Hey everyone, it's Mr. Maramble, and you're watching this video because you decided to take the second option of your CER, which is a persuasive advertisement. So this advertisement must be submitted separately, which means it has to be on its own document separate from this project. Now, the reason why is because this is your research, the thing that comes before the final product of your CER. So making them both fit together when they're separate grades just doesn't make sense. Now, persuasive advertisement can look something a lot like this magazine, and that is what we're trying to aim at. When people look at this flyer, this magazine, or whatever, they see you answering the prompt. And that prompt is, how is your organism a great fit or a good choice for a zoo exhibit? And quick full disclosure, I didn't mention this in my last video, but you can say no, my organism is not a good choice for a zoo exhibit. And you can list the reasons why in the same format I'm about to display, which is claim, evidence, and reasoning. But first, before we get to the content, let's talk about how this would actually look like. I have a website here that is very easy to use and free to use, and it's called Lucidpress. So go ahead and click that to move into the screen I'm about to show you. You'll find a login, and you can log in with your Google account. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. You'll be brought to this page where you can browse certain templates that your persuasive advertisement can look like. Your advertisement using Lucidpress should either be a brochure, which is over here, or a poster, which is over there. A poster, once you click it, will look like something like this. Obviously, this needs some editing. But as you can see already, all you have to do is click and then edit the text. Click edit the text and add your own images in this poster. The same goes with the brochure, but a brochure can be multiple pages. And all you have to do is click and edit the text and edit the images. This is all on the home page after you successfully log in with your Google account. Brochures here if you're looking at my screen on the left, posters here on the right. Choose either one, the one that best suits you. But if you can't use Lucidpress, use something else. You can draw it, you can make a PowerPoint out of it, whatever fits the advertisement well. But the criteria here is the most important thing because this is where your grade also comes into play. Claim, one sentence answer. Yes, my organism is a great choice to exhibit. No, my organism is not a great choice for the zoo exhibit. Obvious thing next is, hey, tell me why. This is something persuasive, a persuasive advertisement, not the essay. Tell me why your organism, for example, is a great fit for a zoo exhibit. Well, I'm glad you asked because this is where my evidence and my reasoning come into play. Now, I would put all these parts into either my poster, my brochure, whatever the advertisement looks like. But for the sake of that, let's just go through this rubric so we know what we're putting inside these advertisements. Evidence includes everything from this zoo exhibit document, which is why it's separated from your project. So the constraints, the criteria, the engineering problems of your organism, it has to be in there. Does all of it have to be there? Of course not. But what's relevant and what answers your claim or supports your claim directly. Reasoning is just simply telling me why your organism does either is a good fit or not a good fit. That's your reasoning. After you've identified the evidence, you reason why. Organization, all I need is that it's separated into clear parts, a claim, main pieces of evidence and reasoning on your poster or your brochure or whatever. Here on a poster, it can be really simple. You can literally write, okay, my title here, claim here, okay, piece of evidence and reasoning here on one, Piece of evidence and reasoning here, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. As long as there's organization and it's not scattered everywhere, you will get a 3 on that part. It needs to be clean looking, so it engages in a persuasive manner. It's persuasive. And lastly, it needs to include some appropriate illustration or picture. Here I have a model for evidence and reasoning. So this could literally be one block of text in your poster, or probably the main argument. But this is just one of the several examples that can be included in your poster, brochure, or whatever your advertisement looks like. So, second reason why my Chihuahua is a great choice for the zoo is because it attracts a lot of people, therefore making money. Here I address one of the criteria of the zoo, which is, of course, attracting a lot of customers to make money. That's a piece of evidence. I gave it some reasoning why, connecting it to my claim, because, hey, the Chihuahua brings a lot of people in, which is the money. That's the reasoning. So again, evidence, okay, my criteria is that my zoo needs to be making a lot of money. My reasoning why the Chihuahua is a good fit for the zoo exhibit is because they will attract a lot of customers in order to make that money. They directly support that criteria. Now, moving along, the Chihuahua is a naturally uninteresting organism. That could be a block of text in your poster or your brochure right over here at the Lucidpress. Uninteresting organism, yeah, sure, why not? That is a constraint that I've identified in my project. Boom, give me that point, right? Constraint labeled good. And I name a couple more here. Take some time to read this and then you'll get an understanding. He's naming, Mr. Maramble's naming pieces of evidence that he's identified. And he's using some reasoning in order to twist and make those pieces of evidence, those criteria, constraint, and engineering problem, support his argument that the Chihuahua is a good fit for the zoo exhibit. I simply boiled down in this argument right here that Chihuahuas need a lot of room and there needs to be multiple of them in order for them to successfully live, fulfilling that criteria of the Chihuahua. And that's where our engineering problem comes into place. We must have a big play area for Chihuahuas or else they won't survive. There must also be more than one Chihuahua there because the Chihuahua cannot live alone. So, given those engineering challenges, I make the persuasive argument saying that this is a good thing because the more Chihuahuas there are, the more people it would attract. And the more people it would attract, the more money the zoo will make. And boom, simple argument there, then done. I can put that on a poster and be Gucci with it. Hopefully this gives you a better idea of what your project as an advertisement will look like through answering the prompt. If you do have any questions, please reach out during these office hours that I have settled for today. And I realize that a lot of you did not know this, but you are able to message me not only through Google Chat, but also face-to-face in a Hangout if you need assistance flowing through each step of today and any day's assignment. If you haven't, please continue the instructional video, and I'll see you all next time.